People always ask me, how did you fit a front mount intercooler with OEM 2GB Eagle Talon Fogs? So let's make a quick short video here to go over some measurements so that I can always just refer back to this video whenever someone asks me. Let's do it. Pop it like it's hot. 10 mil. Bolts out. Time to measure. Bumper off. So my buddy Scott Abelli. Scott, how the heck you say your last name? Scott, I believe, has a Punishment Racing intercooler kit, which fits in between. I don't even know if they still make it. Because you can see, I have room to spare here. But I want to do something that fit comfortably. If I recall, I think Scott had to shave back in here a little bit. Maybe he can chime in. He's got an Eagle Talon Spider as well. So, you can see I got the tape measure. You have plenty of room between these fogs. So even if, when I go E85, if somehow this intercooler don't hold up, I'll probably get something that still fits. So I would say you got 24 inches comfortably. If I say 24 and a half, you're gonna have to shave those brackets. Alright, so mine at the widest part is about 22 there, 21 and a half, give or take. Okay. The height of this intercooler is, where are we at? Right around 12 inches, a little shy of 12 inches. So it's not a big intercooler by no means. It's 3 inches thick, which I've seen some a little smaller, and obviously we've seen some bigger. But for my goal is to be 500 horsepower range. I'm on a 35R turbo right now. Pump gas, I'm not quite at 500. But I'm going to go E85 this month. So we'll see, maybe mid 30 PSI and be right around wherever it puts me. I don't really exactly have a goal of that horsepower, but kind of looking for like something in the high 10-second range street car. So again, mine is 22 inches wide. I would say about 22. And I probably have 2 more inches to spare. Again, 12 inches high. So these end tanks here go right under the fogs. So I guess if you did something 22 and you had short root piping that went through these spaces there. I don't have an AC condenser anymore. All I have is a radiator there. So I would have to just trim back the metal, but I could just squeeze a pipe through there if I ever decide to go short route. But again, so you have 24 inches from Foglight to Foglight. My advice is to go a little smaller. I got this intercooler. I just searched up something measurement wise, and it's just a cheap CX Racing intercooler. Came with everything you see. The piping kit is actually a very modified piping kit from Punishment Racing. So I didn't buy the intercooler because I didn't know if it was gonna. The measurements I think on the Punishment Racing website was really tight, so I don't know if it was gonna fit. But I think, like I said, my buddy Scott, I think that's what he uses. And again, temperatures have been good with this. I've had this on the car probably close to 5 years. I don't even know. At least since 2014, I think, or 2015. So yeah, you could definitely get a little bit of a bigger intercooler, but I would say search up again. I went with CX Racing, but there's better ones. If you can find a smaller Treadstone or ETS, obviously they're better intercoolers, so they've been proven. But I'm going to stick with this until, you know, it proves me otherwise. And like I said, if I ever have to upgrade, my plan is still keep the fogs. I like the fogs. You can see I painted them yellow. That's the inner ricer in me, but it's all good. So yeah, if you have the piping go under, it's a foot tall, 22 inches wide, foot tall. End tank to end tank, I can give you that measurement. Let's see, we are at, I'll just go end of the coupler to end of the coupler, about 29 inches. So where the couplers hook up. And this bar came with it. You can install it either way. You can reverse flip it, but then it's just too low. So I installed it right there on the bumper supports, you can see. And trim the edges here so it would stop stabbing the bumper, because they do stab the bumper. That's it. Use some spacers here. And that's it. The intercooler piping holds it on pretty good. I'm using constant torque clamps, so I think they're like pretty much the best of the best clamps. So the thing's steady, ain't going anywhere. Like I said, it's been on the car kind of like this for the past 5 to 6 years. So if you have any questions, you know, shoot a question down below, or if I post this on Facebook, you can ask a question, you know, like, comment, subscribe, do all that cool YouTube stuff. But again, I just wanted to get this video out there. All right, so I went CX Racing, and then I did a Punishment Racing piping kit. But again, I had to modify that piping kit. It wasn't just bolt on, you know. But again, it depends. This originally was a 20G car, so I think the piping kit worked out a little better. But then once I went T3 and went with a 35R, you know, more things had to be changed up and welded. All right, thanks for watching. This was probably a little longer than I wanted. Peace.